subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
All right. Shout out to everybody in here. We in here deep, ladies and gentlemen. Family, we got Bushmeat Barrister up here. Do y'all want to hear from Bushmeat? Do y'all want to hear from Bushmeat Barrister? All right, let's see what Bushmeat Barrister have to say. Speaking of sassy, all right, Bushmeat Barrister, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, how's it going, Tariq? That whole diatribe, especially that woman attacking 619, is a great example on how FBAs are just not on code and how they just attack each other. Don't you agree?
No, we're having a heated conversation. Nobody's being.
Yeah, but the way she was just disrespecting and using the N word, it's just a prime example on how, your FBA women just don't have no respect for black men in general. Just heated, just dysfunctional, degenerates.
We know you.
But that's a prime example on what's wrong with FBA people in general.
Well, we know that's a projection. And by the way, Bushmeat, you sound a little sickly. You're all right. Do you need some warm goosey soup or something? Why you sound?
No, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm just saying that's just a prime example. I actually contacted you because Dr. Boyce Watkins, he had a broadcast a few days ago, and he was talking about. He brought up, three successful black women. I'm not sure if you heard of them: Sky Jackson, Halle Berry, and Naomi Osaka. And he talked about how picking the wrong man will just ruin their careers or just ruin their lives. And that's basically what these three women did. They basically picked three degenerate black men. They got in relationships with them, and all three men went ahead and made them single mothers. So I'm just asking you, why is it that so many FBA women tend to pick degenerate FBA men, and why do FBA men tend to, basically ruin their lives or basically just not take care of their own?
Hmm. Well, foundational Black American women, they've always been very successful at certain things, and they've chosen good mates. Our good sister Ida B. Wells, the legendary Ida B. Wells, Coretta Scott King. Who else? Madam C.J. Walker, Beyonce Knowles. So yeah, so we have.
But we're not talking about the past. We're talking about
Right.
currently, right now.
Oh,
These are like basically Halle
Beyonce.
Berry or Halle Bailey. I mean, she was like when she was casted for The Little Mermaid. I mean, everybody was talking about her being a future Oscar Award winner. Right now, ever now that she's knocked up by a DDG, degenerate black male rapper, she's just that's not going to be in store for her for a future. Basically, she's just going to be typecasted for ratchet black movie roles and Naomi Osaka. I mean, everybody was talking about her being the next Serena
So
Williams.
should
And ever since she got into a relationship with that black male rapper, her career has just gone
so
downhill. So it seems like so many FB.
hold on. So should our FBA sisters do what your fellow Nigerian actress does, Cynthia Erivo, is go out here and date a stud? Because that's
Well, no, actually, I think FBA women
but
should follow this.
Erivo from your lineage and your homeland, she's dating a stud right now. So is that the move? That's the relation.
You're that's not. I mean, let's talk more about what Kerry Washington did. Kerry Washington is viewed as a beautiful, successful black female actress. I believe she's FBA. She married a Nigerian man named Amdi Asmwa, a successful, smart Nigerian black man. So that's the role.
Washington, I think she's half Jamaican, something like that. So she's not full FBA. So there's a little immigrant thing going on in her family, and that's cool. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. But if we want to go there, our FBA sister Nia Long, she dated a fellow tether. Remember, she dated that basketball coach, and he cheated on her with a white woman. So he was a bed buck, and she left his ass.
She was never married to him though. I'm talking about, and that's the other thing. Why don't FBA people get married? It seems like they do everything backwards. As the late Kevin Samuel said, it seems like black people do everything backward. They have the child first rather than get married. You're supposed to get married first, then have children.
We get married when I'm married. I mean, we get married when we want to. It's not a rush to get married. See, y'all got to get married.
It's dysfunctional
You
though.
tethers, y'all have to get married for scam purposes. Y'all got to get married to get a green card and to flee and just all types of scammy stuff that you're projecting onto us. Let me get Ty Powell in here. Brother Ty, hop on in here. Let's talk to Bushmeat. Brother Ty Powell, unmute your mic. Where you at, Ty?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you
What's
hear
up,
me?
brother?
Yeah, I think Bushmeat, I think he wants to be a successful black woman.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he's talking, I mean, I think he wants to be a successful black woman. I mean, you got to understand, a lot of us are married. We are
That's not
successful.
true. That's not true.
Oh,
The
really?
data doesn't lie, Tal. You're being
Oh, okay.
disingenuous. The
Okay.
data does not lie. Black
The
people are
data
not
does.
getting married.
Oh, we're not getting married. So what are we doing?
You're creating dysfunctional families. That's what black people are doing.
But
Degenerate, dysfunctional
you're
families.
from a country that has paternity fraud that is worldwide number one.
Exactly.
Number one worldwide. The number one country for paternity
It's
fraud is
actually
Nigeria.
Jamaica,
No,
not Nigeria.
Oh, Jamaica's number two as of 2023. I'm looking it up right now. As of
Bushmeat.
2023, it might be number one now, 2025, but as of 2023, Nigeria is number one.
Yeah, Bushmeat. Y'all have some
But
of the
yeah,
relationships in your homeland. Not only paternity fraud with the women, people don't know who their kids are, orphans running all around, abuse of women, child marriages, all types of weird dysfunctional shit. Homeland. You're very weak.
You're you're being disingenuous though, and I'm not sure if you heard about that story about the successful black business owner. His name was Todd Austin. He CEO of what's his company, Credit Champs. His baby mama killed him while he was getting a haircut. That's dysfunctional black
But
culture.
ain't
That's murder suicide. Usually murder
the
suicide.
black folks generally don't do weird shit like that. To we know, we don't. That's not black culture. That's just a situation where some bullshit happened and got killed. They ain't got nothing to do with black culture because we ain't co-signing that. Professor Alon, let's hop on in.
Hey, family, I just want to identify the source of the issue. The source of the issue is Bushmeat Barrister is a Bantu. And Dr. Chancellor Williams teaches us that since 4500 BCE, the Bantus ran their ass up to Ethiopia, and the Ethiopians said, "Get y'all scamming asses out."
Damn.
Then they ran their ass to Somalia, and the Somalians said, "Get y'all ugly asses out of Somalia." So they ran to Nigeria, which Flora Shaw called the Negro area. I'm being nice. Until the Europeans colonized their ass, and they ran their ass to France. The French said, "Get the fuck out of France." So they ran to England until Brexit. Now they've run to us. Bushmeat, just like the Somalians, the Ethiopians, the French, and the English. Get the fuck out of my country.
Mm, there it is. Thank you so much, Professor Alon. All right.
Uh, again, just insults, ad hominem attacks. But I'm just stating that FBA culture is very dysfunctional today. It's just very, very
That's a
dysfunctional, very
lot of
degenerate.
projection, a lot of projection. Go ahead, brother Marcel.
Hey, Tariq, I have to come up and dispel these guys' lies. First of all, you can name people like Savannah James, that's LeBron James'
Mm-hmm.
wife. You have Sierra, who's with Russell Simmons. If you want to talk about couples that we have
Russell
now,
Wilson.
there's Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. Sorry, Russell Wilson. Oh yeah, I definitely need to be clear about which Russell I'm
Yeah.
referring to. Russell Williams. You have the singer Normani, who just got engaged. She's FBA to an FBA brother. You got Coco Jones, who just got engaged to an FBA brother. So there's plenty of good examples for us to look at. It has been shown, the data has shown that people are more likely to get married when they are financially stable. There is no group in this country that the American government has targeted for centuries to destabilize more than Black Americans. And yet we still get married to each other. And you don't mention that the divorce rate among white Americans is soaring. And then you mention this case of the woman supposedly killing her husband. The highest rates of familicide are among white Americans. And in your native country, Nigeria, y'all kill entire damn villages. Okay? 80 to 400 people in a day. So you don't have the right to come up here and wag your finger at anyone. Also, Bushmeat Barrister, you are a damn liar. All you do is lie. You came up here the other day and you talked about Carnival Cruise Line implementing new regulation because of the FBA culture. You are a goddamn liar. You said that something recently happened and they responded to it by having a crackdown on certain behaviors. Those rules that you claim they just implemented, those rules had existed since 2022. Carnival came out and dispelled all the lies that people like you have been spreading. You are a liar. You want to be a black woman. You want to be an FBA black woman. You're never going to be one. Get over it and get therapy.
There you go. Thank you so much, brother Marcel.
I'm straight. I'm definitely straight. I'm not a homosexual, but in any case,
Bushmeat, come on now. But
um,
but
I like women.
like you
So
like dressing up like a woman, and sir, come on,
I think you're projecting,
Bush.
but
Come on, Bushmeat, come on. You're a very sassy Bantu. You got your bussy is spread open like the damn Serengeti, nigga.
that's what you wish. I'm nothing like that. But in any case, how can and I'm just going to ask you, Tariq, what can you just at least criticize? FBA culture isn't perfect, so
More
provide some
than
criticism
yours.
on FBA
It's more
people.
perfect.
I
You're
know.
not,
Try holding FBA people accountable for.
that's the problem. You're not at liberty to speak on our culture. You understand? Coming from a completely failed, collapsed culture that you had to flee from, you're just not at liberty to say anything about foundational Black American culture. We ain't that bad, and our culture is so great, it's good enough that you have to come over here and be protected by it. You understand how that works? That's why you over here and not some.
So why do I lead? I pretty much lead a.
You lead what? What do you lead? Bushmeat. You must have had a post.
In my role, in my job, I have many FBA people, and I'm the manager. They're basically I manage them
Believe
basically,
that? I don't believe that at all. No, yeah,
and I'm very fair.
that's
But
can't
again, their culture is
lead
just.
anything.
Have you heard of Black fatigue?
You lead, you lead gas or Uber, so you can drive food.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you lead. Stop it. All right, let's Omar. Omar, what's up, bro?
Hey, hello, Tariq. How are you?
Good. How are
Yeah, fine, fine, fine. I'm really disappointed to hear this conversation being so polarized. While we could talk about some interesting things about it, yes, there are cultural differences, and I think it's not good to essentialize either to say that FBAs are like this or African are like this. And I heard that professor doing a really taking a shortcut about history, talking about the Bantus being, chased from one place to another. When you talk about history, please be accurate and talk about facts. And it's a pity in such a beautiful platform where people could learn a lot to tell such big lies. I'm not talking about you,
you?
Tariq. I'm talking about the other
Down,
men.
slow down,
Um uh,
slow down. Now, was Professor Alon lying when he said that about the Bantus kind of running all over Africa? Was he lying, Omar?
yes, I am. Yes, yes, of course. Yes, of course.
I,
He was
where's the
lying.
lie? Because people,
Yes, he was lying. He was lying. But you could say a lot about and by the way, this definition of being Bantu at from which century does he take back that definition? When so in his logic, I hear that he says so he pretends that we were all living in Egypt. We were chased from there. We went to what they call Aksum because Ethiopia didn't exist at that time. By the way, it was you had different kind of empire. You have the Aksumite empire and such on Nubia and different empires, and Somalia as such today was not called Somalia then. So what is he talking about? So you know there are many great FBA historians, if I just use that definition, who could tell a lot more about these questions than this guy talking about taking
but
shortcuts. And
slow down, because we're going to slow it down because there were certain invasions in Africa. When those invasions happened, people fled. But when the Hyksos came, people had to flee. When the Arabs came, people were fleeing. Right?
Yes. Thank you, Tariq, for bringing this up. You know, the Arab came at the 7th century, if I didn't forget. Some Arabs of the Islam came at the 7th century, and it is not black white. It's much more complicated than you think. And when you talk about, by example, if some people know, the Aksumite, they colonized Yemen in
Going
300
all over,
for 200
trying to slow
years.
down because we're going all over the place. Hold on, because you said that Professor Allen was lying and he wasn't.
Yes, yes, yes. No,
Back,
he
back up.
was talking
Hold on.
nonsense. He was talking nonsense, and he knows
Okay,
it.
we got him.
He knows it.
Got him back, Professor
He knows
Allen.
it.
Hey, what's up, Tariq? Hey, Mr. Omar. First and foremost, what does Nigeria mean?
When you say Niger area, so let's not go about those etymological definitions,
Sir,
because
stop stuttering.
no,
Stop stuttering. Be a
Niger,
scholar and answer my
Niger,
question.
Niger area. This was
And what
the
does
first
Niger mean?
definition.
What's the origin of that word, sir?
Let's not go to Niger, because
See,
I'm from
you're
that
evading
area.
it. You're
No, no, no,
evading it
no,
because you don't
no.
know what you're talking about.
I'm not.
Sir,
No,
who
I'm not
named
evading it.
Nigeria?
I'm not evading
Who
it. Let's
named Nigeria? You're
please.
ashamed of yourself.
You are ashamed of yourself, because
No,
you're
I
lying
love
here.
being a
You
foundational
lying
black
here,
American. I
talking.
made this country
You
that you live
pretend to
in.
be a historian. You just
What what did you
you a
make?
false
What
historian
did
here.
your people
Talking
make?
about false
What
facts.
invention did your
I
people
think that
make?
this is a beautiful platform where
What
you could tell
what
true
invention
stories,
did your
and you
people
are sitting
make,
here
sir?
lying. You
What
are
did you
lying.
create?
You know.
And
Please.
don't say
Please.
okra.
I could give you history
Don't
lesson if you
say
want. I
yams.
could give you history lesson. Please
I'm
respect your
asking you to tell
chronology.
me what you made.
Respect your
What did your
chronology.
people invent?
Respect your chronology first.
Nothing.
Well, you talk about
What did your
Nigeria.
people invent?
The definition Nigeria came in maybe in 1800.
Stop stuttering and
Please.
answer me,
And
sir.
you talking about Bantus? I'm talking about
What did you
1800.
make? What
You
invention did you
ridiculous.
make, you
You
stuttering
are
fool?
ridiculous. You are ridiculous, man. Talk about facts,
I'm a
please.
licensed
Talk
scholar.
about the
Who are
Ghana
you?
Empire. Talk about the
What?
Mali
You hadn't
Empire.
answered the
Talk
question,
about the
black
Songhai
Americans.
Empire. Talk about
Let me say it nicely.
you are a
What did your
liar.
people make? What did y'all invent?
You, yeah. Hey, mathematics,
No, you
architecture.
didn't. The
You wanna
Egyptians
go? You
invented
wanna go that
mathematics.
way?
You're
You wanna
lying.
go
The
that way?
Egyptians
You
did.
know, the biggest wall in the
You're
world.
not an
Nigeria,
Egyptian, sir.
Benin
You're a
City. Do
Bantu.
you know about this? You know.
The
So please,
Egyptians
I
made.
I
Hold on,
respect
Tariq.
FBA.
The Rhine
I
papyrus is
respect.
where advanced
Please,
mathematics
please,
came from. It
professor,
came
don't
from Egypt. It didn't
don't
come
come
from
here
Nigeria
and
because
lie to
Nigeria
people.
didn't exist. The white
Your
woman didn't
people
name it
do not
yet.
deserve you to lie. Your people do not deserve to hear false
What? You
history.
don't have
They
nothing to do with
deserve
my
to know
people. I'm
true
asking you, what
history.
did your people
Man?
invent?
No, your people. Yes,
You
I'm not.
lied. You did not
I
invent
am respectful.
mathematics.
Man?
You
I
are a
respect
liar.
FBA. I respect the black experience. I will never
You don't know
disrespect
nothing about the
FBA
black
history.
experience,
But
sir, because you're
please
not foundational
respect
black
African
American. I
history.
ask you again,
Respect African
what
history.
did
You a
your
liar.
people
You a liar. You are
create?
not historian. Don't call yourself professor, please. Change
What
your
did your
name.
people
Call
create,
yourself
you
something else.
idiot?
Call
You
yourself something
created
else. Look
nothing.
at my profile. Look at my profile. I'm a historian, by the way.
I'm
Man.
a
Look
licensed
at my
historian
profile.
in 7 states.
You
Deal
a
with it.
liar. I
And
teach,
stop.
man.
Where did you
I
go? To
have
a
my professor
historically
card.
black college? You
Change
went to
your
my
name. Professor
college
of what? Professor of lies?
of
Please,
history.
you are professor of lies. You talking lies
Ladies
here.
and gentlemen, he
Your
hadn't answered
people
my question
deserve
yet.
your people
Who named
deserve the truth,
Nigeria?
not lies. You're talking
Did
about
did
Nigeria.
a black
Africa,
person name
Africa is a whole
Nigeria?
continent. Africa is a whole continent, and you're talking me about Nigeria?
I'm talking
There
about
are many, many
Nigeria.
people you can
What?
talk about.
Where did?
Man.
Who named
And you,
Nigeria?
oh, please,
Did a
please,
black man name
please.
Nigeria,
You don't
sir?
know even what you're talking about. You're obsessed by Nigeria.
I'm
You're
I'm not
obsessed by
upset at all.
Nigerians. Yes, you do. But because Nigeria,
Sir? What do I have? Why would I be upset about Nigeria? Answer that
because you
question.
focus on that. You still have Nigeria. Oh, please, the Bantus. Yes, the Bantus went to Central Africa. They changed the Pygmies and they went south and they went Zulus. Zulus are Bantus. Do you know
You're
about that?
you're saying a whole bunch of
Do you know about
nonsense.
that? Do you know that Zulu are
I'm
Bantus?
asking you a simple
Oh,
question.
so please
What
don't tell
did
me
your
about.
people
I
invent,
do not
sir?
like. There was
Answer
a
my
great.
question and we'll continue with academic discourse. What did you invent? What invention did you create?
This is the kind of question that the racist white man from the Ku Klux Klan ask every black
Ladies and
man.
gentlemen,
So I
he
will not
can't
even answer that
answer it.
question. that stupid question. No, please, no. I don't want to talk about this.
I got
You know,
you don't want to
let's talk
talk
about
about it because
facts.
you invented
Let's talk
nothing.
about facts. I told you
So
already.
I got
You know,
another question
Egypt.
for you.
Who was in Egypt? Who was Egyptians? Who were
Where
the
did you get
Egyptians?
your
Who
PhD?
were the
Did you get it
Nubians?
from a paper mill? Did you
Oh,
get your
please.
PhD from Kinko's?
Oh, oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah. You know, please.
You got your
Okay. You know,
PhD
I
from
I got my PhD
Staples.
in my village. Yeah. Thank you. I'm proud of it, by the way. I got my PhD indeed in a village. I will not even discuss about
What
that.
what
That
school are you
kind of
scamming
talk.
right now, sir?
You know, this is not the language of a professor. You talking as a kid in a playground. Please
Ladies
have a
and
decent
gentlemen, I want
language.
to I want to
Oh,
bring I
please.
want to bring something to your attention, beautiful foundational Black Americans. He didn't answer any of my questions. I'm still
No,
waiting to
no, it's
hear.
because you've been here lying. You know, hey Tariq,
I'm wait. You
Tariq,
lied. You said
Tariq,
mathematics was created by you. It
Tariq,
was not
you have
created
a
by
lot of
you.
professors, FBA professors, who deserve to come on your platform
He's
and
babbling,
explain real history to people, not this
babble,
false
babble,
imposter
babble.
professor. He's an imposter, this guy. You know, you talking lies, please. You know, and
You
next
haven't
time if you
answered
want,
one of my
Tariq,
questions.
Tariq, I can propose you next time to use a thematic and with this false professor and another FBA professor and myself, and then we can talk about accurate
He's stuttering and
African
he hadn't answered any one of my
historiography.
questions, ladies and gentlemen.
Accurate
The fact of the matter
African
is, he
historiography.
said that
So,
mathematics was
my
created by
proposition,
him. He's
I can
West
answer your
African.
question. I can answer your question,
When
but
you
I
stop
will just
babbling,
tell the
I'll prove
FBA.
that you didn't create
Listen, I
mathematics.
will take the FBA. You can find
No,
on
no,
the
no, no. You
UNESCO
can't have
site.
my people no
You can
more. We're
find on the
delineating.
UNESCO site.
You have
You
nothing
can
to do with
find
my
for
people.
free,
I'm
for
so
free,
glad this is happening. This is a
19
teachable
volumes,
moment. He's trying to
19
come in
volumes of
between me
African
and my
history.
family.
You
You're
can
not my
find
family. Go back with the
19 volumes
Bantus.
of the African history on the UN site for free.
I didn't talk about
19
the
volumes
UN. I don't
for
care
free.
about the
And this
UN.
this professor, this false professor, what he's talking about is not written in those books. So you're false history pretending to be professor, talking lies here
That's so
and
hilarious.
misleading your people. Don't do that.
Mislead. What do
You
you
know,
have to do with my
don't do
people?
that.
What do
I
you have to do with
respect
my people?
FBA. I respect FBA, but
No, no, you
FBA do
don't. You
not
want to
deserve to
scam
hear
FBA,
lies.
and I'm calling you out.
No, 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 no.
That's
I'm
what you
African.
want. That's why he's
I'm from
mad.
Senegal.
My beautiful
I'm
people,
from
he wants to
Senegal. I'm
scam you,
Fulani
and
from
I'm calling
Senegal,
him
by the
out.
way. You a
He
liar.
wants to scam
You a
you.
liar.
Let me get
And
Tariq, this
I'm
guy
getting in between your game.
doesn't
That's
need
what
to
it
be in your
is.
platform.
hold on. Let me get Brother McCall in the building. Let me get Brother McCall in the building. Brother McCall, hop on in. Let's get Brother McCall.
Great Minister of Code. How art
I'm
thou?
good, brother. How are you?
Excellent. Just living a dream and winning. Brother Professor, greetings. Mr. Omar, how are you, sir? Hmm?
I'm fine.
Mr.
Thank you.
Omar,
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm fine.
excellent. How's your family doing?
They are great. They are fine. Thank you for asking. And you, how is your family doing?
Brother McCall, you here? Uh-oh. Brother McCall, Brother McCall. Okay, we got some
Yeah, it went back on mute.
Okay.
Oh, they're fine. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. Okay. And our brother Professor, he is very solid and very accurate. But I have a few questions for you, if you don't mind. You mentioned a few things that were historically inconsistent with the truth. The area we call Nigeria was named Meshwesh. Are you familiar with that name, Meshwesh?
Oh, is he? Well, I think he left. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I think he left. He bounced. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think he's back.
Okay.
Looks like he's back.
No, he's not. No, yeah, he went on and bounced, Brother McCall.
Okay. All right. Well, I see he's still speaker, but I'll come back if he returns.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, he left. He's not up here no more. So yeah, he went on and bounced. So that's interesting. Let me get some more folks in here. Oh, then now he came back. Okay. All right, we'll get you late. Let me move on. Let me move on. Let me get some more folks in here. Ladies and gentlemen, because we do have a lot of people in the building, and much respect to everybody for being in here. We're having some very interesting conversations in here. Rashimi, are you in the building? Rashimi. And I hope this is not one of those late night East Indians who call in trying to do the Cash App scams. Hello, I'm hungry and I need food. Can you send me some Cash App? So I think she might be one of them. So let me get her out of here. All right, let me get a couple of more folks in here. We'll get a couple of more people in here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all raise your hands. Raise your hand. Let me get Great Black Shark in the building. Great Black Shark in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Great Black Shark. What's up, brother?
To you, black man. Can you hear me okay, brother?
I can. How are you, sir?
I'm doing grand, man. I hope your family is well
Absolutely.
over there. I'll be very brief. I want to say this to the tether class, okay? And when it comes to these conversations, because shout out to Professor Alon, Brother McCall, and all the other brothers and sisters that were over here giving these tethers this work. But when it comes to progress of a society, I like to lay the blame at the doorstep of the men because we are the protectors, providers, and the builders of society. It's not women's place to do that job. One of the problems with the tether class men, in addition to fleeing, is they don't like to take responsibility for any of their actions. When Professor Alon was up here providing facts, instead of giving him an intelligent rebuttal, the Omar gentleman could not refute anything he was saying. That looked intellectually weak. And this is also a reflection of that intellectual weakness on, and I got to go here, when a lot of the tether class immigrants over here, they tell us how much smarter they are than us, how much harder they work than us. Well, if this is true, we have to look at your homelands and see if what you're saying about your intellectual capacity reflects you being able to solve your problems at home. You can't get on code for the tribalism to solve any of that. That makes you look weak. And then on top of that, when you come over here and try to wag your fingers at us and you can't stand on any type of scholarship, that's a poor representation of that group of men. See, one of the things that I'm going to land with is this: as men, this is something that foundational Black American freedmen men understand. If we are looking to progress forward as a people, as a society, we must first start on a foundation of honesty. You can't progress unless you're honest about what you're dealing with. What a lot of the other class does, they like to lie about the truth. Some of them can't even come to terms with admitting that their ancestors sold our ancestors.
Yeah.
They can't even get that right. So until you guys learn to confront truth, there can be no unity. And see, for all of those people talking about unity, look at the examples of when they come over here and then they're asked to present actual scholarship and talk and facts. They can't do that. You can't build a group of men that are too weak to take responsibility for their actions. Well, that's it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. He's hitting on all cylinders with that. He was hitting on it.
In your soul, you wear root work when you're in control.